Welcome to HumanityWins.net. Please read the important disclaimer on your screen. All of the content provided is for entertainment purposes only. It should not be taken as medical or legal advice. Please contact your doctor or lawyer if you require such advice. Thank you. The show starts right now.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to episode 11 of Change is Near. Today is March 10th of the year 2022. And today's episode is going to be about the universal law of free will as we go this week through the universal laws as I understand them. Today is the case for the universal law of free will. This is, who doesn't know about free will? We all have our opinion about free will, what it is. I'm going to give you my feelings and see if this resonates with you or maybe it's something you feel aligned to. Okay, so the universal law of free will basically states that since your inception, since you came out from God, you're a blimp of his existence. He creates a clone and you're basically the same as he is, but you have to go through your eternal life to become the best expression of yourself, also known as your superior self. So you're going to go through many decisions in your eternal existence, many millions, more than you can think of. And those decisions are not going to be like the picture on the screen, that it is black and white, it's A or B or left or right. They're going to be complex, some of them, and you're gonna try to rationalize them and make them go through your brain. Okay, what's the best deal for you? If you're choosing between job A and job B, which is better, which pays better, which has less stress? You're gonna try to make decisions through your brain, and you're gonna make good and bad. Okay, but eventually you're gonna learn through your karma and through your acquiring of wisdom and discovering that wisdom that is inside you, decoded as you go in your eternal existence. You're going to understand that free will is about taking decisions with your heart, with your intuition. Okay, you must always have the power to take decisions. If anything or anyone tells you that you must follow and obey and follow certain rules, and again, I go back to two episodes and 1 episode ago, free will doesn't mean that you do as you like and you abuse it and you just do things for yourself and you become selfish and you don't care about anything or anyone else. That's the whole point. That's not the point. The point is you must respect the universal laws of non-interference and you must respect the universal law of balance. That's why I put them in this order, because I think everything's kind of falling into place if you think about it, if you have seen the previous 2 episodes. So if you haven't, and this is the first episode you're seeing from Change is Near, I suggest you go back to episode 9 and 10 and you see them in that order, because I'm trying to explain this, how this is like a Lego, that it's like a Tetris game, that everything falls into pieces and makes sense. You see, so yes, you can do as you like, as long as you don't interfere and as long as you respect the balance in the universe, you see. And those decisions must come from your heart, from your intuition, from your wisdom. They mustn't come from your brain, your senses, and your knowledge. I know that doesn't make a lot of sense, and again, it seems like we're getting the short end of the stick here, and it's not fair, it's not justice. It is what it is, okay? I feel very strong about this. You might want to think I'm crazy, and I already said it many times. Just take it as science fiction. Instead of telling you what maybe you want to hear, I'm telling you what I feel very strong about. Okay, so maybe there is something there, maybe not. Maybe this is not true at all. Maybe am I concerned that I'm right? I already said that's 0. This is what I feel. Okay, so free will means that you gotta take the decisions and you have to respect the laws of the universe as you do, but at the end the decision is always inside you, you see. And there's gonna be, and I'm gonna leave that picture up just for a few minutes as I explain this. It's gonna be a very important decision as you leave your physical body, okay, in this dimension, particularly on Earth, you see, because unfortunately, as I said, Earth has been under siege for thousands of years. Hundreds of thousands of years, actually. So the occupiers of the Earth, they're not from here, what I call evildoers, and you can already went into that in episode 2, and I was not very technical. I know you might want to read books, The Children of the Matrix from David Icke, and go look channel or Gaia online, and you might find more information about who these evildoers are. But the beings that have the planet under siege, and they still do, unfortunately, at this year 2022, they set up a roadblock, like very similar to the image I'm showing you. So when you physically die on this earth, your spirit, your soul is going to leave your physical body. You see, the physical body is part of Mother Earth. So if you leave it in the ground, and you don't even have to put it underground, Earth will take it eventually back, the elements. And that's that. Your brain remains with that. If you open your body, a carcass, I don't know how you want to call it, a dead body, if you open the skull, you're going to find a brain there, you see. And if you maybe want to do some hacking and biohacking, you might even try to access some information that maybe still has there. So you see, your knowledge stayed there, your decisions made through your senses stayed there, but some of them converted into wisdom, and wisdom goes with you and your soul. That's part of your soul. No one can take that. And you know what? No one can access that but you. And you access it as you go through your existence. It cannot be accessed immediately, because that's not the point. So when you leave your soul, unfortunately, there's a roadblock right outside Earth. I don't know how far. You cannot see it through telescopes or that. It's invisible to the human eye. But the roadblock is there, believe me. I feel very strong about this. So the thing is, because of the law of free will, they cannot stop you. Okay, they can only confuse you. So you're going to see the roadblock, and I'm going to mesh with religions again. And I'm not going to mention a specific religion, because all mention this roadblock in some way or form. So you're going to be presented, first of all, with the religious image you have been accustomed to or you worship. I'm going to mention any names, you know who I'm talking about. It's going to be very bright, so that confuses you, because we talk about light and black and darkness. So light is good, darkness is bad. In this case, it's the opposite, okay? The light is the confusion, the darkness is the clarity, and it's the way to go. That's how I feel. I might be wrong, and as I said, this is what I feel. It's not going through my brain, okay? So what happens is, there's this roadblock, there's the light, there's the religious image you have been accustomed to worship, so you say, I'm in the right place, this is the right decision, even if it goes through your soul. And then they're going to throw everything at you as far as images of dead relatives. Of course, parents is the first. Fortunately, you have a child die before you, they're going to definitely use that. Friends, they're going to even, if you worship Lady Gaga, for example, Lady Gaga is going to be there and say, hey, this is the right way. Okay, this is the right way, you come here. I'm not going to go, maybe in another episode, not right now, what happens if you go into that light, okay? But in a nutshell, basically, you get thrown back into Earth eventually. So you didn't escape the Matrix, okay? That's the Matrix. The Matrix is a deception. The Matrix is this siege they have on Earth. So you didn't escape the siege. It's like a city is your current life, and the world is the universe. And that metaphor is not really good, because the universe is unlimited, it's universal, and the Earth is limited in a certain size. But let's use that analogy or metaphor. And so you when you die, you leave the city. You pack your bags, like this gentleman has a bag there, and you leave the city. But right outside town, there's this roadblock. Okay, so there's lights, and there's a lot of light, and there's everything you like. There's music if you like music. And they say, hey, this is the right way. This is the right way to your next city, okay? By the way, to the eternal city, actually. This is the right way. But they cannot stop you. If you say thank you and you keep going, they cannot physically stop you, because that's your free will. And when you're in the soul form, not the physical form, they cannot do anything to you, okay? They can mess with you through physical form, you see. Make you feel pain, fear. It's normal. I mean, if a monster appears right now, and it's materialized into physical form, I'm going to be afraid. I mean, I'm a human, I'm an animal, I mean, I'm a biological being. Of course I'm going to be afraid, and all these systems inside you that try to keep you alive on this physical form are gonna kick in. So it's normal. I mean, a few people in the earth are going to handle that, okay? So they can mess with you in this reality, in this earth, through the physical form, but they cannot do that when you're a soul. Okay, they can try and confuse you, and they can keep up the deception, but at the end, it's your decision, so it's your free will. So I'm not going to pass judgment on whatever happens when people go away. Unfortunately, my feeling and intuition is that a high percentage, in the 90s or more, take the option of the light, and it has been indoctrinated. sent into us through all these systems, through education, through everything. They show this light, and they show when people have what is called near-death experiences, they claim they see this light. Of course. I mean, and they have to come back to tell their story because everyone relates to that like they were going to heaven. I mean, if they saw orange fire, that they related to hell because hell apparently is very hot and warm and has fire on it. So if they see this red devil or something, that's hell. But if they see one of the religious images they have accustomed to us, which I already said, those are angels and they're perfectly good beings. They are excellent. They have realized their potential, their superior self, and become angels. I'm not criticizing the beings themselves. I'm criticizing the use of the deception. Okay, the use of the image of those angels, all of them, Allah, Christ, Jehovah, Buddha, all of them. Okay, many more. They use that at their advantage to make you take a left turn instead of the right, and you are thrown back into the matrix. And in a nutshell, basically you're going to be in a holding pattern for a while until there's a new birth. They try to keep you inside the same families for some reason, and you can also be multifamily if that's an option. I don't know how that works, honestly, but that usually it. And they blank your memories, and they send you back. And sometimes that blanking doesn't work very well. I mean, it's an imperfect system, so that's why there's these stories of people remember perfectly other lives. They are not related, maybe in another continent or something like that. They are multi-systemic because they were not inside the same family. And so that comes from that. I mean, there's no rational explanation for someone remembering the life of someone 100 years ago. Okay, there's no way they could have investigated that or something like that. So science is not able to explain those cases and just basically says they're a forge, they're a scam in the sense just to get attention or sell money in books or whatever, but they're not real. It's not real that could happen. Okay, so because then they don't want to go against religion. Okay, so that's the thing. So going back to free will, I already explained that. So basically, every decision you take in your eternal existence must come from your heart and free will. Okay? Again, I'm going to really stress the part of from your heart. Okay? From your heart. If you want to take decisions with your mind, that's perfect. Go ahead. It's just the best ones, the way I feel, is the best ones come from your heart. What is called gut feeling is not really the gut, a little bit upward from the gut is your heart. It's just a physical representation. Actually, your soul is everywhere in your body. So if you want to say it's the foot or a hand, that's perfect. It's just taking decision inside you, what really resonates. There's a vibration you physically feel when you're taking the right or wrong decision. And there's many decisions. I mean, probably the majority of them, they're not wrong or right. They're just decisions. Okay, you decided to go one way, so you elected to go through that path. And maybe it's like going from place A to place B, and the best way is the expressway. Not really, it's the fastest. But how about I want to go through a stress-free scenic tour and stopping in small cities? That's another option. And how about I want to stop in a city and get a hotel and maybe extend the trip for one day? That's another option. That's option C. And maybe you want to go back to the city of origin and stay there for a while and then go back again, or maybe you want to go the wrong way, you see. So everything I just explained tells you that what you do through your free will is going to affect your existence. So you go from the start of your existence to the end, and the end is becoming an angel, a being of light, a beacon of love and guidance. That's your end goal, okay? That's getting to CDB, to the destination. But as you go through your existence and many, many lives expressions, you can go and be halfway and then start doing bad things and you're going back. That's karma, okay? That's not punishment. That's you need to relearn relearn about the laws of the universe, so you need to go back. And then you maybe are already in the point of origin, so that's in your existence, that's the start. But you keep going the wrong way, and then you're going in what is called the anti-universe, you see? That's where antimatter lives. That's where black hole comes from. So you're really going the wrong way. You can always come back. It's going to get difficult, but you can always come back through free will and come back to to the beginning of your existence and then go the right way and keep going until eventually you're going to fulfill your destiny, which is already set. I mean, it's a certainty that you're going to become an angel and a being of light, all of you. I mean, all of you. It doesn't matter what you have done or you think of yourself, all of you. And of course, the other part is you must accept all decisions from others that come from their free will. So if I believe, again, I'm going to go back to the good example of religions. I believe in Jesus Christ, I believe in worship Him because it's in a book. That's perfect. That's your free will. You are allowed to certainly do that. You are not wrong. But what is wrong is saying others, because they also have free will, and they might say, I don't believe in anything. I believe I'm like a dog, I'm just going to live and then I'm going to die and I'm become dead matter that is going to go back to earth. That's acceptable as well. And you might believe how I believe, which is not believing in religions, believing in spirituality. That's fine as well. And you believe another thing, and you believe another thing, but the wrong part is imposing, or not accepting, or saying, I'm not going to speak to you because you don't believe in Jesus Christ. Or I'm not going to, if you are a family member, I'm not going to love you because you don't believe in Jesus Christ. Or I'm not going to talk to you. So that's the part you must accept all decisions from others that come from their free will, you see. You must accept it. It's a law. That's the process we need to go through, understanding all of these things. And that's tomorrow's episode that is going to be on karma. And I'm going to basically already tell you about karma on the previous episodes. Karma is a very simple thing, very complex to explain, but it's very simple in nature. It's karma is understanding these three laws, okay? So if you understand the laws of non-interference, the laws of balance, and the law of free will, you have understood karma. Again, there are levels to this understanding. So it doesn't matter if, for example, I think I got them on this world, the 4 laws. I think I got them. That doesn't mean I'm ready for the golden ticket, okay? I'm going to go through different expressions of myself, either on this earth, either on a different version of this earth, either somewhere else. At the end, guess what? The decision is mine. So you get to go wherever you want in the universe. Okay, you get to design your existence. You want to stay on earth many, many times, you can do that. The only part that is wrong is if they force you to do it, if they deceive you to do it, if they trick you to do it. That's the part that is not on balance and on the law of non-interference of the universe. That's the part. And they know what they're doing, but the evildoers are from the anti-universe. The evildoers are from the antimatter. They just vibrate on black light, and they just vibrate on hate, and they just vibrate on fear. They cannot vibrate on love because they're in the anti-universe. They need to come to the real universe, and that's when you go to 0%. And then they have to put all the work in through their existence, so they're really behind. But even if they're there, we mustn't judge them, because you need to respect all of these 3 laws. And it's all 3: balance, non-interference, and free will. They did that to themselves. That's where they want to be, on the anti-universe. They go and they use their manipulation and hacking of realities and physical world to make suffering and fear and interference and all that to other civilizations for a long time, millions of years. But that's their free will. That doesn't mean that at the end, if they get it and they get karma, they are not going to be angels. You see, the destiny of every being in the universe is to become beacons of light and guidance to others. So the universe is a self-serving system where the cycle is not a vicious cycle, it's a loving cycle, that beings that get it eventually and go to 100% and they fulfill their destiny of becoming these beautiful beacons of love and light. And I already said, Christ, Allah, and all of your religious figures are there. They're there at 100%. And they're actually at your disposal. And you'll be surprised that you can have the help from Allah and Christ at the same time. And they're friends. So you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. I know that for sure, actually. So one thing I want to end this episode with is your brain. Okay? And I think this image explains it perfectly. Your brain is a tool. It's magnificent. It's a really amazing machine. It's beyond whatever you see in the artificial world. I mean, all the computers in the world don't have the capacity of one human brain. And I'm not going to go into technicalities. I saw a doctor that estimated the brain has the capacity of, 50 terabytes or something like that. How do you know that? I mean, if we tap into 9-10% of the brain, I mean, you don't know what the 90% can do. I mean, I feel arrogant. I feel they are arrogant when they make these claims that they figure everything out. The brain is incredible. It's incredible. And it's 100% capacity. It can morph reality, as you know it. It can make you do things and do incredible machines on its own. So yeah, you have the best supercomputer in the world right there in your skull. But you know the brain mustn't control you through your thoughts and the use of the 5 senses and what you call reality. The brain is there to help you. It's a tool at your disposal, okay? You can ignore it if you want. It cannot be gone completely to idle because you physically die. You need it to keep going. But it can be turned off in a way and say, you know, brain, I'm going to go with my heart. And that's, in my opinion, if I could give you one piece of advice, that's the best one. Just go with your heart and go with vibration. So you see, when you see every decision you can make on this world and beyond, if it's based on the vibration of the heart, really there's no wrong way to go about it. The brain could trick you. The brain could trick you, could make you feel that you're right, and maybe we all are. But you know, it's a muscle, so if you really have worked your brain and read a lot, and investigated a lot, and make a lot of technicalities or whatever, yeah, you're right, and many bright beings have been here on Earth. But you know, the one I respect the most, Nikola Tesla, because he was very bright with the brain. He clearly, the muscle, he was like, if you go to the gym, he's the one with all, you know, big muscles and that. That was Nikola Tesla's brain. But he tapped into his heart. He knew what we see is very limited. It's very limited. There are multi-dimensions and things that go beyond explaining. So he didn't bother about explaining them. He just knew, for example, there was this called free energy, which is universal energy. It's the energy of the universe. It's clean. It doesn't create any EMFs. It's infinite. It's at your disposal, and it's full of love. And he knew it. But of course, that couldn't be solved. So they destroyed him. Okay. Again, the evildoers in the anti-universe. No, we cannot have that. Okay. We're going to have oil. We're going to have even solar and wind. They go through the same principles. They're a little bit cleaner than oil, but they go through the same principle. It's very primitive use of energy. They create a lot of problems. You have to transport it, and guess what? They have to sell it to you. So that's the thing we have. So use the brain to your advantage. It's perfectly normal and advisable to use the brain. It's a muscle. Use it. Read a lot. I will suggest real books, not the electronic stuff. Don't know why, but it's just different. The vibration from a book and the same words in an electronic format is not the same. Get a library card and go to the library. I mean, do all that. But at the end, decisions go with the heart. Okay? So thank you very much. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments or suggestions, please let me know with the comments, or there's the email. So I'm looking forward to try to be a beacon of love and guidance to you. I mean, that's what I'm trying to do. That's the position I'm right now. Again, I'm this trainee, okay, in this stuff. I'm really just getting going here. I have many things to learn through my eternal existence. So thank you very much and have a very nice day.
We want you on the show. Send me an email to hey@humanitywins.net to schedule an interview. Help me out by making the show more interesting, fun and knowledgeable by having you on and giving our viewers the opportunity to learn from you. Thank you for making it to this part of the video. This is my favorite part. This is where I suggest to you that you discover yourself. You are not what you have been groomed to believe. You are this incredible being without limits that has eternal life, amazing strength, infinite wisdom, and a big, beautiful heart. All your limits are always self-imposed. Your best version in this reality is inside you. Your only mission on this life is to become a beacon of love and guidance. This version is ready to be discovered today. How do you discover yourself? The discovery process is a personal one. No one can do it for you. Dedicate 5 minutes a day to talk to yourself and the universe. Request to be connected and ask, who am I? Where do I come from? You will start getting signs, breadcrumbs and signals. You will notice how your notions about those realities start disappearing. No more hierarchies, no more competition, no more complaining, no more depending on others. Discovering yourself equals to breaking your matrix. Your self-imposed limits will fall and you will be ready to serve humanity and help break this spell and deception on us. But you must be patient to allow others to wake up at their time through their own free will. That will be really soon, you will see, and that will start a new world. As you work towards your best version, you will notice how all emotions don't serve you anymore. Hate, fear, rage, pride, loss, envy, violence, justice, true violence, judgment of others, and other emotions will disappear from your mind and heart. You will understand those emotions serve only the evildoers and are not you. Please try to be understanding of others that don't think or feel like you. Everyone has a process. No one is right or wrong. We're all just different. Don't be concerned about being right, ever. Don't allow pride preventing you from patching things up with family and friends. It is very important you enjoy this life with your loved ones. Put in the work to patch things up and leave it to others to decide. Please relax and enjoy life. When everyone breaks their own matrix, humanity through our community consciousness will break the final spell. The new world will start and everything will gradually fall. Governments, hierarchies, and the medical and financial system will go from scarcity to abundance for all. Thank you very much for watching. Please share this episode. If you have any comments or suggestions, please use the comment section below. For private questions, conversations, and if you would like to appear on the show, please email me at hey@humanitywins.net. Please be sure to check out our friends from Waking the Future and their awaken-attire.com shop. They gave me my first opportunity to speak about this and I will be forever grateful. Link to their channel and shop on the show notes. Thank you again. Please don't forget to visit our website www.humanitywins.net. By giving me your time, you honor me. Have a very, very, very nice day.